Do you have the information from the latest crime scene? Good. Such a shame, the UA. Apparently there's a traitor in their midst. Now we have to find them. Who's this? Momo, Japanese for peach, the sign of immortality and a gift from the gods. How could someone who embodies all those ideas possibly be the UA traitor? Well, perhaps our little sugar bum isn't as good as she all cracks up to be. Let us start off with her backstory first. Momo, our sweet little hero in training, was raised in a family of heroes. Some would say that perhaps that in itself is the very thing that stops her from being a traitor. But I say different. First of all, we have shown in this series already that people being told what they're going to be in the future obviously has an effect on who they're going to be in the future. If someone's raised being told a villain, they're going to do everything in their power to make sure they become a hero. So if you're raised being told being a hero is the only option, well, perhaps she's going to become a villain instead. Next up, we have her quirk. Now, Momo has a very unique quirk in the fact that she can create almost anything that she desires as long as she knows what it's made out of and is not a living, breathing thing. She has shown this with a tracking device, and you may think, she obviously put a tracker on the villain. How could she be a traitor in herself if she's going around going out of her way to track down villains? Well, people do strange things when they're trying to avoid being noticed. If you're perhaps the traitor, then perhaps you're going to go out of your way to prove that you are not the traitor. So, if Momo is in fact the traitor, she put that tracker on that villain to lead them to a false cause. Or perhaps she warned the villains beforehand that she was going to do everything in her power to make sure the heroes can find them. Maybe she's not a traitor by choice. Maybe she was in the beginning, but decided that wasn't her life anymore. So she put the tracker on the villain so the heroes could find their hiding place, even though she knew where they already was, because she had been there before. She simply needed a way to get the others there without notice. Going on with her quirk, if she can create anything that she knows how to make, then therefore it stands to reason that she would be the most likely to plant bugs. Now, the process of making a bug is actually a lot more simpler than perhaps a flash grenade or maybe even a tracking device. It is really only a tiny microphone hidden in a common object. Ah, I see. If she had put bugs inside a teacher meeting room, she would be privy to information that she had no right to know, therefore clearing her of any suspicion. Perhaps she put it in the teacher's room. Perhaps she put it in the principal's room. That way, even though some of the teachers don't know the secrets that the traitor would have to know, she would know, because she has her bug inside of the principal's office. To further confusion, we have her relationships with her fellow classmates. Sure, on the surface, they seem all good, until you get to Minata. Her relationship with Minata is probably one of the most unique in all the series. He's a pervert. He grabs her butt. And yet she is totally fine with it. Any other girl would freak out about that. Some short, creepy guy is grabbing me. And yet she is totally fine. She simply sighs it off. Perhaps she is doing so in order to maintain relationships with the people she's eventually going to betray because she needs their information. Or perhaps not. Perhaps she's just one of those strange girls who has given up caring in the world. Because she's given up caring. And why is she trying to become a hero? Next up, we need to look at possibly her most suspicious actions, her fight with Tokoyami. Now, you may think, Sarah, her fight with Tokoyami was scheduled. She knew beforehand what she was getting into. She simply overthought it. Lies, I say. That girl is one of the smartest kids in UA, and yet you think she just overthought her fight with one of the most powerful heroes in training. She was with Tokoyami when he was training his quirk. She knows that he's weak to light, and yet she decided to make a shield? Mighty suspicious, might I add. Mighty suspicious. And then we have the incident with the gas mask. In the training camp, when all the kids were attacked, she knew She just knew how to make a gas mask. She didn't have to look in her book. And let me say, gas masks are not the easiest to make. And she was prepared not only to make them for herself, but for all the kids. Now you may say, Sarah, she saved all the kids. How could she be the traitor? Well, she had to make a gas mask for herself. If she didn't, she was going to die. And she could make one for herself. It would be suspicious if she didn't make one for everyone else. Everyone that she came across. Perhaps it was guilt. Perhaps she didn't want her fellow classmates to die a horrible and slow death. If Momo is the traitor, all these factors could add up. It wouldn't be that insane for someone so sweet and innocent and so willing to go along with any plan. To go on and go along with someone else's plan. Plus, let's be real here, she'll look pretty cute in a villain's costume. I mean, like, we can't deny that fact. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I know this was a very different video from the start, and that's because this is for Teching 101's Who is a UA Traitor contest. I'm gonna be real, I don't actually read My Hero Academia. I only follow Teching's content, and so that's how I know all this stuff. And then a couple of my friends also read My Hero Academia, and they were like, Sarah, include this in the video. And I'm like, I already did. I know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm pretty good at faking it. So I guess if you liked this video, go ahead and leave a comment down below saying why I should win or why I should get dead last, because it's up to you to put down whatever you want. Hey, and while you're down there, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And as always, good night, good evening, and good morning, everybody.